Practice is in the books today, and we have taken one step closer to the edge of camp. Kentrel, Bullock, Miles Battle, and Demon Clowney met the media today and talked about various topics like who do you like working out against in practice to make yourself better, how does Davidson Igbinosun look, things like that. Do you wish you would have transferred to cornerback a little bit quicker? But anyway, this is an extra edition of the Locked On Ole Miss podcast.
You are Locked On Ole Miss, your daily podcast on the Ole Miss Rebels, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
All right, let's get this is a post-practice extra edition of the Locked On Ole Miss podcast. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Stephen Willis, Twitter at the Stephen Willis, TikTok Locked On Ole Miss, and thank you for making the Locked On podcast your first listen every day. We are free and available wherever you get your podcast. So we had Demon Clowney, who was quite interesting because there's a little bit of cross-training going at linebacker and defensive end. I think he's going to move around a little bit as well. You've got Kentrel, Bullock, who is competing for the for playing time in a stacked running back room. And, of course, you have Miles Battle, who he talked about which players he wanted to go against in one-on-ones to make himself better. And also he talked about would playing more corner in high school help him out now, or is he in a situation to where exactly this was needed for what he needed to do? He talked a little bit about that. Demon Clowney talked about what traits he's getting from his cousin, Jadeveon Clowney, mainly pass rush, by the way. But we have a little bit of conversation of guys talking. They're not talking about a whole bunch because they can't talk about a whole bunch, but you can kind of see that this defense is getting more and more confident, and they expect to be really good, and depth is going to be a strength of this defense. I expect them to play a bunch early, especially on the back end of the defense. They're very good. They're very good in the back right now. They really are, and you can just tell by the way that Miles Battle answers questions that he's extremely confident about this team moving forward. Now, I do want to tell you a little bit about BetOnline. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to check out on all your betting needs. Find all of your favorite sports and events at the #1 source for odds, lines, and games. Find reviews and news of every league, including Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, esports, and even golf. BetOnline continues to be the top resource for all of your sports wagering information. From live in-game betting, scores, and podcasts, they have you covered. Head to BetOnline today or use your mobile device to learn more about the action happening today. BetOnline, where the game starts. In just a second, we are going to hear from the players, and you can kind of take it at their own word right after we take this short break. When we come back to players.
Camp's been great, as far as the rotation, really, we don't have really a set depth chart just because we have a lot of depth. So really, there's no depth chart. We all just getting reps really right now.
I feel like so far that camp's been going great. It's like everyone says, it's competition because we got the backs that transfer, which makes the room like so deep, and you got to be consecutive every day. You got to do everything right. You just got to stay on your workhorse every day because the room is always competitive. So but as far as right now, the camp is going pretty great right now. Yeah.
I would say Malik Heath and Jonathan Mingo. Those two guys I like going against the most.
Is there a lot of trash talking out there?
Yeah, we're all competitors, and we've been going against each other for a while now. So it's a lot of fun out there. But yeah, it is definitely a lot of trash talk. But that just comes with the game.
Yes, sir. I mean, I'm a competitor, so of course I want to play, but it's just taking it one day at a time right now. Just trying to get better in everything, really, not just in one aspect of my game. Just get better at everything with the playing inside the defense and just doing my job in the defense. So yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I I look at it as just, it's media. It's outside noise to me. So, but I do let it go in one ear and out the other and use that as my motivation to do what I do.
We just got to keep eliminating big plays, on the outside with what we do. We got to be locked down on the corner, safety room. Everybody has to be in tune with each other, and we just all got to make sure we're on the same page.
To be honest, really, I just do whatever, the team needs me to do. If they want me to play nose, I try my best to play nose. So really, I don't really, it's just whatever the job is that they want me to do, I just try to execute it at my best.
I would say it's just you have to get the whole team chemistry together. It's together, but it's not all the pieces not together. Like it's together, but it's not all the way together. We just got to get it all combined, and then we'll be set for sure.
I wouldn't say surprised, just because of all the work that I put in the off season and even while during spring, just in my spare time, because I know that it was a new position for me, so I got to catch up to what people that have been playing the position. They've been playing it for a long time now, so this is maybe like my second year at the position. So just having to catch up, it wasn't really a surprise, but I feel like it's been paying off pretty well.
On a scale like the 1 to 10 type thing, or it's just, I'm pretty confident. I feel like Coach Partridge, Coach Joyner, Coach Crum, they give us, all the tools to be the best we can be. So, I'm confident. I'm always confident in myself. So yeah, I'm very confident.
I mean, everyone talks about my hands, so it's just, when I get the opportunity to do what I do with my hands, I take advantage of it and do it.
It's always a work in progress. Nothing's perfect, but I feel like the bond that we've built already outside of football is reflecting on what we're doing on the field, and it's creating the right atmosphere that we want to have for this season.
To be honest, like I said, I don't really put myself in a box, really. I want to be able to do, whatever the defense requires me to do, if that's on the edge, if that's at linebacker, wherever fits.
Honestly, I really don't think about that type of stuff. I just know when it's my turn, I'm going to go. That's all I can really say.
Yeah, I think our depth is one thing that is a strong suit for us this year. We have a bunch of corners, a bunch of safeties that can play, linebackers, defensive line. We built a lot of depth this year, and because we did bring some people in from the transfer portal like Tennyson and Troy Brown. So bringing guys in like that, and Asheem Young, that have experience, just being able to build that depth in all the rooms is essential.
I don't even think it was either. I really think it's just happening. It's just being at practice. Guys go down, guys got to step up. So really, I don't think it was they approached me or I jumped. I think it really just happened.
This Saturday, I could really say chemistry. I want the whole chemistry there. I want to be a leader. I want to, be leading on the field, lineman, quarterback. When we're in the huddle, I want to lead in that way. I want to keep that going. I want to push that. So I want to get better at that. I'm gonna do that in the scrimmage. That makes the whole offense go. You do that.
Man, it does get tough, especially down the stretch in the season when we get into those SEC games and we're banging a lot, and not having that depth kind of hurts you on the back end. But being able to have the depth now is going to be a great thing for us.
Really, I just pass rushing. Most, he's bigger stature than me. So yeah, really pass rushing. I try to him out on my pass rushing after a lot of Von Miller. I feel like that's my body type of thing. So just pass rushing, stuff like that. Being physical, violent. And that's really it, really.
Yes, I would say that, but it's just hard coming off from last year, and transfer young guys. So I wouldn't say it's bad, but they're still learning, and you got to get all chemistry before you can just full go at it.
There are some differences. I'm not going to say everything, but yeah, there are some differences, there are some similarities, but I feel like Partridge put his own twist to everything. So.
It was a little, like I said, I'm a competitor. I would want to be on the field, but we had guys like Sam Williams, who deserved to be. You see what he did, where he is right now. So, of course, it was tough for me because I'm a competitor. I want to play, but it was good for me to sit behind someone, see what it takes to get to that next level and what it takes, like, how to practice, just practice routines and stuff like that.
Were you in Sam's ear all out last season, just soaking up as much as you could, or learning from Sam? Did you try to just soak up as much as you could?
Oh yeah, yes sir, yeah, definitely. Sam was a great guy. We talked a lot. Of course, I asked him things. Just what he sees and how he does what he does. So yes sir, definitely.
I'm not really a vocal person, but I'm working on that. But lead by an example, exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, one thing one of our mottos here is coverage and rush, and we say one unit. So that means like with the coverage that we have in the back end, we know that our D line is going to get to the quarterback, and they've made that a big emphasis of this past spring and this fall camp and this coming up season. So with them rushing the passer and us covering the receivers and running backs and everything, I feel like it's going to be something great.
To be honest, I really think it's just practice, learning how to practice at this level. Learning what it takes, like I say, to be a guy like Sam was, all SEC type of player. So yeah, just practicing, every aspect of my game. I don't really try to focus on, just one thing. I want to be all around, like I said, if it's from the edge or at linebacker, whatever it is.
Just Lane Kiffin being Lane Kiffin.
I think it has helped me as an overall player, but also I feel like maybe if I played maybe in high school even, played both ways or just played more of defense, it would be that much better. But I don't take anything for granted. I take my journey, I wouldn't change it for the world. Yeah, you don't really see many freshmen play like he has this fall camp and this past spring, and he's been up there with us in the ones and stuff. So just having him, I feel like he's going to be a great asset to our team as well.